It's a perfect time to be outdoors in Dubai with the beautiful climate, and of course Dubai Shopping Festival gives you enough reasons to be out of the house. Namaste, salam, sat shri akal. मैं हूं शामिली and you're watching Zee Connect Season 5. आज हम हैं at Wonderland right next to Dubai Fountain. अब Wonderland में क्या है मैं आपको थोड़ी ही देर में बताऊंगी, लेकिन फिलहाल let's check what's trending on the social media in our section What's Buzzing. Our first story is a video that went viral within hours of its posting. Someone got hold of a video of an actress singing a song in a chorus on Doordarshan about 10 years back. Of course, it went viral, got loads of likes and shares, and the actress herself was amazed to see the video surface after so many years and tweeted about it. Curious to find out who it was? Here it is. From the humble times of Parineeti Chopra to the very humble corporate giant who was photographed in the economy class with a co-passenger. Of course, this picture was liked and shared thousands of times on the social media for the humility of this man. Here it is. Our next story on What's Buzzing will leave you in splits. An awkward moment was captured between the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, and the Prime Minister of France, François Hollande, and the internet used its imagination and did the rest. Here's the picture and the most funny comments that it received. The Wonderland has some very intriguing themes like this upside down room that has a collection of contemporary and vintage watches, and it's meant to highlight the passage of time between yesterday and today, and I'm sure you're going to find it very interesting. Well, talking about interesting, Danube recently launched its new showroom at the Sheikh Zayed Road along with brand ambassador and Indian actress Shilpa Shetty. Let's take you there.
It's a huge compliment, and the reason I said yes to endorse this product, this brand, it's not just a product, you know. I mean, they've made a brand of themselves over the years, garnered so much trust in people. Just to have a place where everything is available, everything that you need in your home can be shopped in one place is really a welcome change. And making a home is or can be very, very cumbersome for the woman of the house, and it's very time consuming also. And for you know, for middle class people who are working so hard, they don't want to block their money in an interior designer. So here this is a one-stop shop, and they give you that advantage of even designing your home for you, and it's all on AutoCAD and 3D designing, where you can actually choose everything, and they'll show you how your home is going to look.
Well, we've been waiting for years to have one flagship store on Sheikh Zayed Road, and finally the dream has been achieved. With this store, I'm sure we'll be able to serve the society better. अब घर बनाना इतना आसान.
we've been all waiting for this store because, you know, we have stores all across the region, but it's about time we open our first flagship of Dubai. So really, really proud moment, very big moment for the group and for the company. And expectations are high. I mean, I see a good response. Everybody here is liking the shop. Everybody here is liking the collection. So yeah, good expectations from here.
You want to find out more about what's happening during this 21st edition of Dubai Shopping Festival. I'll be back with more right after this short break. Thank you very much for joining us once again, and to celebrate the joyous occasion of Dubai Shopping Festival, as you know, we are here at the Wonderland right next to Dubai Fountain. Before I tell you anything more about this place, I want to take you to Dubai Ice Ring that had a very unique fashion show called Fashion on Ice. I'm sure the name already gives you a hint. Let's take you there. Wonderland is certainly no ordinary place, because it is here where we get to catch such wonderful creations like this wall art by the famous UAE artist Khalid Mazaina. And if it wasn't for the GSF, we may have missed it. Well, for now, let's head to the street runway fashion.
Today we opened the Street Runway series, one of the main highlights of the Apparel and Fashion Week event from the SF 2016. We celebrated the vintage wear and we highlighted it in one of the main traditional areas in Dubai, Bastakia, Al-Fahidi area. With the participation of 6 famous retailers of vintage wear, we showcased big brands, vintage products on a street catwalk. This is one of the main highlights.
vintage and pre-owned designer store. So basically we are trying to get Dubai back into recycling, obviously, because a lot of our stuff is vintage. So our looks were just bringing back, and of course in such a heritage area, I think that vintage items and historical villas make a perfect fit.
Recently, this place, that is Hermes Wonderland, was also the location for a fashion show that showed some of the best designs, clothes and colors. Here's a snippet.
Well, we expect people to be surprised. We expect people to really enjoy it. If you notice that the name of the exhibition is Wonderland, right? It's wandering. So when people come into the space, they're going to wander around the different sections of the exhibition. One of the beautiful ones that I personally enjoyed is the coffee shop. The minute that I saw the coffee shop, I felt that I'm in Paris, not in Dubai. So the experience and the surprise element and the knowledge that the tourists are the visitor of this exhibition will gain from being here. He will understand a lot of things about the brand and what it's known for. Dubai Shopping Festival started this year from the 1st of January all the way till the 1st of February. And part of the festival is to unveil the experience. And we had different platforms this year. So we started the first week of the Dubai Shopping Festival with an important platform, which is the Beauty Week. Then we followed with the golden jewelry, and this is the third week. So this week is we're gonna focus mainly on the fashion. And we cannot talk about fashion without bringing a beautiful brand such as Hermes.
The Dubai Shopping Festival has some unique events and offers, and it can be certainly difficult to attend all of them at the same time, but being with us can make your life easier. Here's a list of some of the most interesting events that you can choose to attend at Dubai Shopping Festival 2016. To come on this episode of Zee Connect Season 5. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Thank you for joining us once again. With some tremendous response on Astrologer, we've invited Mr. Karthik Gaur back to the show to address how to strengthen your interpersonal relationships in 2016. Let's take you there. With the new year rolling in, all of us must have taken some resolutions right at the strike of 12. But let's be honest here, how many of us actually follow through them as the year moves forward? Well, to help us with that, we have world-renowned astrologer Karthik Gaur, who will tell us how planets actually affect these resolutions and how we can fully commit to them. Well, Karthik, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Shamali.
I have to tell you that after our airing previous week, many people have written in that they want to know how their relationships are going to be this year.
Yes, so Astrologer is doing well for them.
Absolutely.
The phenomenal response we have got. The major queries are a lot around relationships this week. Okay, and I keep telling everybody favorite shairi from Jagjit Saab's shairi, which says that आईना देखकर तसल्ली हुई हमको इस घर में जानता है कोई. You know, which means that basically everybody or every soul is going through that loneliness phase.
Right.
And it is that relationship with loneliness which is so important for us to shine in our life.
True.
A lot of people have become so used to internet, so used to social media, so used to friends around that somewhere down the line they are trying to fight that loneliness.
Right.
So let's make loneliness a friend, use that to our advantage, and let's start enjoying our company.
That's brilliant. That's the best tip you could have given this year. So how do we actually manage the other relationships that we have with other people besides us?
Surya is the planet which basically rules your lagna or ascendant. Okay, ascendant defines you. Basically, what is your thought process? How do you think? How do you take life? What is the spirit within you is denoted by your lagna or ascendant.
Right.
The karaka for lagna is Surya, sun, planet sun. And sun basically denotes to meditation or spirituality at a very, very basic level.
Right.
Okay, so now that there's so much of springing of meditation and mantra chanting and meditation centers around, this was there much olden days.
True.
Prima facie to ensure that your lagna is strong at all times, and once that is strong, you are at peace with yourself. So meditation is one tip that I would give you. To be at peace with yourself, it helps you self-introspect. It helps you to basically react to a situation differently. Frankly speaking, it's a situation. Situation is not a challenging point in your life. It is a reaction to a situation, which is what individual makes different from two person. One can be an aggressive person and fight at the smallest of spark, whereas other person might feel it's okay, I take that in my stride and let me face it.
Right.
So that is what lagna denotes. So meditation would be a good tip for all the people who want to be peace with yourself, starting with a relationship.
So besides spending time with ourselves that we are going to hopefully do this year, how do we tackle the relationships, the other relationships that we have with us?
Very important, because as they say, if your home minister is happy with you, then you are happy within the country.
That's true.
So home minister generally defines your wife or your spouse or your partner. Shukra denotes that. Okay, Venus is the relationship factor. Now, purest form of Venus is a beach. Why? Because Venus as a planet gets exalted in a sign which is called as Pisces. Okay, Pisces rules oceans.
Right.
So a walk on the ocean or a walk on the beach, holding hands of your partner is something that can be phenomenally well as far as your partnership goes.
Right.
Hence the astrologer comes into way. A lot of people have told you that go to the beach, it's a nice place, it's a very romantic feeling. Why is it a romantic feeling? Because Venus gets exalted in Pisces and Pisces rules the beach.
Wow.
So now you know the logic behind that.
Totally going for a walk on the beach this evening. So that applies to all star signs.
It applies to all star signs across every relationship. Venus is the significator for relationship as far as your intimacy goes.
Right.
So how about going for a movie on a Friday? Because Friday is related to Venus. So a movie on a Friday would be excellent remedy for couples who are going through those low phases of life.
Right.
Vis-a-vis boss. Okay, it's very important for the boss to take their staff out for food. Okay, because food is a karaka for moon, and that sort of brings that intimacy level in a positive sense or an emotional quotient between the staff and the boss. Preferably on Monday or a Thursday. And how about keeping a glass of water between your staff? So to ensure that that Jala Tattva or that watery element is very strong and the emotional bond is there very strong, and those will be the staff that would vouch for you and would be ready to die for you.
Wow.
Okay, let's say you are having a not so good relationship with your boss. Obviously you don't expect him to or her to hold hands and walk on the beach. Basically moon denotes relationship with your boss. Okay, boss is also Surya as well as moon in a bureaucratic way. So dinner, because moon is a night strong planet, so lunch is not good.
Wow.
You know, because when you take your boss out during lunch, Surya is very strong, so moon doesn't get time to activate its true colors.
Right.
It is in the evening after 7 p.m. is when moon is very strong.
So even the timing is extremely important.
Absolutely, because a planet which is night strong would not be able to flourish during the day because it is strong in the evening. A planet which is strong during the day wouldn't be able to do well in the evening. For example, meditation is related to more of Surya and Jupiter.
That's true.
So hence you are always prescribed to do meditation in the morning.
That should work for all. And any last tip that you'd want to give about how tactfully people should handle everything else?
The biggest relationship factor which people sort of don't understand is the relationship with their peers or colleagues.
Right.
Or people who report to you.
Right.
Or your juniors, subordinate, your servants or your maids, which is so important in Dubai. Saturn is the planet that rules that stream of laborers. Okay, the common remedy for Saturn is giving a lot of charity. Now charity can come in different forms. Okay, when you are looking at your work colleagues, it could be taking them out for lunch. When it comes to dealing with your maids, make their shukra more strong, give them a lot of clothes. You know, when it comes to let's say conversation with your kids and all, make Mercury very strong, take them out for movies or plays together with you, watch a lot of comic cartoons with them. That is how you exalt Mercury with them. So in all three aspects, there are remedies which I have given you whereby you can ensure that that relationship quadrant is very strong.
Well, Karthik, that was a beautiful insight. So this year, I think what all of us should take from this conversation is that we should be okay to spend time with ourselves, in fact, accept our loneliness, and also spend good time with our family as well.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. Be happy. Once you're happy with yourself, I think 50% of your problems are gone.
Work is done. Thank you so much, Karthik. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Well, that is all for this week's episode of Zee Connect. Do let us know if you want to know anything else about Astrologer or Dubai Shopping Festival, and we'll be more than happy to cover it. Do write into us on our Facebook page or on our Twitter page, and in case you've missed any of our previous episodes, fret not. Just log on to YouTube and type in Zee Connect Season 5 and we'll be right there. We'll be back with some more exciting events next week. Until the next time then, this is Shamali saying goodbye.